Hey there friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Liz, my company is Hello from Liz Mathews, and I am excited to spend some time with you today, Friday, July 28th. I hope that you have been well in the 1 week. Pat myself on the back for that one. Since my last YouTube video, I hate to even say it, but I'm trying. I'm gonna leave it there, to be a little more present here on YouTube. I hope that you are not melting like we are here in Maryland. Oh my goodness, it is so hot. Certainly too hot to garden. I get out there and soak my plants early in the morning, and then late at night. By late, I mean as soon as the sun goes down, because it is really hot here. I know that a lot of you hear me say it's really hot at 95 and you're like, that's nothing compared to where we are, but man, oh man, it is roasting here, and that's all the more reason to stay inside working on your stitching, and that is what I have to share with you today. I have no plan. We are winging it again. I think that makes appearing here on YouTube a little easier when I can just wing it. So that's what we're gonna do until who knows. So first things first, you are in a odd location today, a space that I don't think you have ever seen. I may have filmed in here once years ago, but what's happening is there's a lot to this story. Joe and I are we feel outgrowing our house. So we're doing some rearranging, trying to make things more doable, more usable, making the best use of our space until we can move. Now, there's been a lot of talk amongst us over the last month or two. I think I even mentioned it about what we're gonna do. I'm on Zillow every day. I did tell you that. I remember talking about this, but we're kind of starting to lean towards building. So that's gonna put us back more time than if we were to look on the market. But because we are running a business out of our house, we kind of feel that it's important to get what we want. So that is kind of pushing us towards the possibility of building. That will be in about 2 years, I think. So we'll see. That means for now we are staying put, and like I said, just trying to make the best out of the space we have available. This week I sent an email to some business office space leasing agents in our area just to get quotes to see what was available. There are gorgeous office spaces available, but they come in about $1,600 a month, and that is a big no for us. That is a no. So while I would love to have some outside of the home destination and space to go to every day, that's just ridiculous. So that's not happening. So you are in the bigger of our 2 guest rooms. This is where people come stay with us, and we have another guest room on the other side of that wall that is my office. It is smaller by just a little bit and only has 1 window. So lighting is a big issue for me. I do like filming downstairs in my studio, which is where you've seen me come from if you are in my membership a lot, or in the last couple of videos I think I posted here generally on YouTube. However, there's no windows because it's in the lower level of our house, and I think you can really tell that I'm using artificial light, and I hate that. So the goal here, you didn't even ask for all this information, but here it is. The goal here is to have a space where all of my recording equipment can stay set up, that I have good light and just the best use of space in the house. So what we're thinking is, if this video turns out well with the light and the sound, we are gonna swap the bedroom behind this wall and this room. So this will become my new office / filming area, and the bedroom, the smallest bedroom right behind here, will become the guest room. We do have guests quite a lot. You know, my dad and Eva, they live far away. Mare comes to visit, friends, you know, so we definitely want to keep a guest room, but it doesn't necessarily have to be the biggest, considering that we're running a business. So that is the plan. Like I said, you didn't ask about it, but there you go. And that's why I am in here today. I want to test out this light, and honestly, the move is gonna, I mean, it's just there to hear. It's not a big deal, but finding time to do that is not going to be immediate because I have got a lot of work to do to get some new designs to print for my next set of releases. I also have the Jingle Ball coming up. I am participating in Common Threaded Stitcher this round, so a lot of things happening, but in the next month, I'd say by the end of the next month, things will be flip-flopped, so you can expect that to come. And I just wanted to mention that this, like, I have stuff precariously placed here, so you'll see me stacking stuff up on the bed, reaching over here. This is not going to be a permanent setup, so just bear with me if you don't mind. Okay, I'm just going to dive into this pile. I have my little rolling cart, which, by the way, was like the best purchase I ever made for doing videos on YouTube, because you can just stash everything in the 3-tier cart and then roll it away. I got mine at Ikea and I love it. So I'm just going to start on top and we're going to work our way down. First, I have a follow-up about this catalog that I showed in my last video. I picked it up on the freebie table at StitchCon. It's the July-August 1990 Cross Stitch and Country Crafts catalog, and I talked to you about this stocking that is like Santa's woodshop and how I wanted to make it for my dad. Well, a couple of you reached out to me and said that this stocking is also included in the Better Homes and Gardens Heirloom stocking book. So I am on the hunt for that now. I honestly haven't had too much of a chance to look for it. After a quick search, I did see that it was listed on Thrift Books, something like that. So I definitely want to get that because I just have like a desire to make stockings. Why? I don't know, because Christmas and stockings, and it's all happy, and I do love this style stitching, so I need to do a deeper dive. But thank you guys for letting me know that I can find this in that book form. This magazine is old. The chart I can't show you, but it's not the greatest, so I would like to have it in a better format if I ever decide to stitch this or any other stocking. In the same vein as Christmas stitching happiness, I mentioned that I am trying to wrap up. What's the word? Complete, you know, such a toughie. Complete my Prairie Schooler Santa collection of all of the years. The first year that that Prairie Schooler started publishing these cards was 1984. I was 1 year old, and I am making great progress. These 2 cards for 2008 and 2010 came in the mail to me. I got these on the secondhand market through eBay. They are genuine, not forged copies of Prairie Schooler. The originals were on this kind of glossy cardstock, and I love collecting those. So here is the handsome 2010 Santa and the very handsome 2008 Santa. A very kind viewer reached out to me and is mailing me the 2006 Santa, which is so kind. And with that, it leaves only the 2012 that I need to complete my set, and then the past couple years. But I've been waiting to get, I think it's like 2021, 2019, until I'm at my LNS, because I want to support them. So next time I go, I will add those, and then I will have nearly the full line. But as soon as I do that, I'm going to do a video flipping through all of them, because I thought you guys might like to see it. And you know, I'm always wanting to enable and encourage people to stitch Prairie Schooler designs. So that was a little bit of happy mail that I received this week. In addition to that, if you follow me on Instagram, then you know that I was talking about getting another Stitcher's tray for the new, like, TV watching comfy space downstairs. And I was like, should I do it? Should I not do it? It's not really a necessity, but I really want one. Well, sweet Laurie of Notforgotten Farms reached out and said, that they wanted to send me one. I did purchase 3 just previous to this, just prior to this, for my membership, for a giveaway and a review. I like to do those on my membership, products that I think everybody is curious about. I purchase myself, I review, and then I give away. So, I already knew that I absolutely loved these trays, so I selected the white tray this time for my new stitchy spot downstairs on our new couch. So when we're watching movies, I have a great light overhead. I will now have this tray, and the reason I went with white over the stained version that I got the first time is because I thought this would show off the thread colors really well. So I am going to put this on my couch as soon as I'm done stitching. Next time Joe and I are down there watching a movie or TV, I will have this bad boy all ready. But you guys, these are so good, and I'm so happy to have this. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Lori. I just love it so much. So that was a bit of happy meal. Let's see. I've got stitching to show you. I think this is gonna be a pretty quick video, but hey, it's only a week later, so yay. I hope that's I hope you don't mind smaller videos, but more frequently. That's how I'd like to continue. I have a couple things to tell you about my membership. I do have a membership on Patreon. You can search Hello from Liz Mathews to get more information there. I am enabling a feature that lets you have access to the membership. If you're curious, it gives you a week free. You get to see what's on there. You get to preview things free for a week. And that's new. That's not always something that I will have as a possibility, but I am enabling it now because right now is a really, really good time to check it out. Let me tell you why. If you join the all access level, which is what I will make available for free for a week for you to preview, you get so much in your week. You will have access to July. Where are we? You will have access to July's exclusive designs, and there were 2 this month. You got Bargello border, talked about it in my last video, and then you also got a reproduction of Glee Kruger's sampler that I was able to purchase. So you also get this reproduction. Then, because we're about to turn over to a new month, you will also get August free exclusive design. And even better, because I am about to release new designs at the end of August, what I do for members is little snippets, little small charts, little hints, I want to say, of new releases that are coming, but those hints are small charts. They're small patterns that you can stitch and, you know, make ornaments, smalls from. So it's a really, really good time to explore that one free week if you would like to. And I'm about to do another review and giveaway of some really cool products. So I just wanted to throw that out there. You can get more information on my membership, but it's a really good time to do it. You get a lot jammed into your week. So if you've been curious, now's a good time. Okay, stitching. Wow, cruising right through here. I did have a couple notes. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything entirely. Okay, oh, okay, over here. I did a video maybe 2 months ago now, inviting you all to join the Forest Sampler non-traditional stitch along that I hosted in the membership, and it's now complete, and I wanted to show you what the finished product ended up looking like, just in case you were curious what the heck I was talking about when I said non-traditional stitch along. So this piece is completed using motifs and borders and parts of the Forest Sampler, which is a really large, gorgeous antique reproduction that I released at market this year. I just loved it so much. I knew I wanted to explore it more and in a non-traditional form. So this is what my piece ended up looking like. Everybody who participated has a piece that looks a little bit different, but I just wanted to show you kind of how my brain was working and where we ended up with that. If you're interested, hey, in your week trial, you can also go back and look at all 8 videos that I made that go through the process of creating your non-traditional forest sampler stitch along collage. So let me give you an up close look. I just love it. It's, I love the sweet sides. I am going to put this on my wall. And again, it's unique to everybody who made this. This is metallic thread here. There's also some metallic thread in the crown. So that is how that ended up. I couldn't be happier, and everybody's was just so pretty. I love it. I think there'll be more like that in the future, along with more traditional stitch-alongs. So what have I been stitching? What can I show you that I have been stitching? I've got a pile of 3 things here. One is actually not something that I've been stitching on, but let me show you. Remember how I told you I was doing this Santa for Mare? I do a different Prairie Schooler Santa for Mare every year, and last time, of course, I had forgotten to bring the card because I had put it in chronological order with all my other Prairie Schoolers, figuring out what I needed. Well, here it is. Let me get it out here so you don't have to look at it upside down. This is as far as I have gotten with the Santa that I am gifting Mare this year for Christmas. It is the 2003 Prairie Schooler Santa. It looks like this. And you can see where I have gotten to. No progress made, but at least now you can see where I'm going. This is a real cutie. I just love those stockings down there. So I should probably get some more stitches in on that. It's only the end of July, but man oh days, does time fly. Before we know it, it will be Christmas time. My mom always texts me on the 25th of every month. 6 months till Christmas, 7 months till Christmas. And it's so funny. She texts me that and I'm always like, oh my gosh, like so much to do before then. Better start shopping. Like, where is time going? And it's funny because she sends me those texts and I know she thinks of it so joyfully and such a happy countdown, and I'm just like, panic induced. So we chuckled about that yesterday, actually. Okay, I have 2 things that I have been stitching on. I was able to get the 9th day of Christmas sampler completed. It looks fantastic if you ask me. I mean, I would hope that I think it looks fantastic if I'm putting it out for you guys to stitch. I have not charted or started the tree version of the 9th day. That will come together. It will be just fine. And I can't show you because it's completed, but that again is something that will be coming in the next set of releases at the end of August, towards the end of August. You'll start to see reveals mid-August. But here is something else that will be included in that batch of new releases. This is in a bag, a portfolio that Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch made for me and gifted me at Quilter Station this year. I saw that she mentioned this in her recent video, but Liz and I are getting together for a little girls trip in September, which I am so excited for. We are headed to Arizona. We're gonna hit up. That does not flow naturally off my tongue. We're gonna go to the attic. Both of us have really always wanted to see that shop, so we made it happen. It's a quick little girls trip. We're gonna get to see Jean and the shop and just hang out, and I'm super excited about it. So that will be happening in September, and you know, we'll talk about it and I'll take you along before. I will talk about it before and take you along when we go, but the countdown is on for that for sure. Okay, this is what was kept in there. If you watched last week's video, you might have an inkling what this is. You could always pop back and get more information. but this is what I have been working on. It's a great stitch for like listening to podcasts or watching Flosstubes or anything like that because it's super repetitive. So I'm not going to say too much about it, but here is where I am with that, and you will be seeing that again in my next set of releases mid-August. And I do have, no I don't. For a second I thought I had a finish. I don't. But what I do have is, we'll call it a partial finish just to make myself feel a little better. Remember the piece that I was stitching from this book? It's a French book by a French designer named Veronique Ingenier. It is all, I was like, where's my piece? It's all garden, like fruit and vegetable garden themed. And I stuck my finished thing right in there, which is why I was panicking. I was like, it's not in there. Well, I finished all of the cross stitching for it. So now it's just a matter of that magic back stitch that I think is going to just bring all of the details forward, make everything pop. I do see that light going in and out. I wonder if I can do anything to make that better. As I said, this is just a testing video. I want to see how the light does, the sound in this room, so this is good for me. Thank you for letting me do this today. But there you go. That is all of the cross stitching for this piece. It is done on 32 count vintage smoky white linen using the DMC called for threads. Let me show you what this will look like when those magic back stitches go in. Where are you in here? There are so many in here that I wanted to stitch. So here is the model from the book. Again, I am omitting that sign down there. So you can see that the back stitches will really, really tie everything together once I get them in there. Look how different the colors are. Wow. This is very, the printing in the book is a little blown out. So, yay! Okay, I'm so thrilled with this. I wanted to put the back stitching in so many times, but it was like, save it as your sweet reward at the end. So hopefully by my next video next week, I will have that back stitching in for you, and I will actually have a finish, and my excitement will be real and true and not premature. So that is what I have been working on in addition to that 9th day of Christmas. So future plans, we need to talk about Common Threaded Stitcher weekend that is coming up. It starts on Thursday, August 10th. It's the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, and the 13th. I am honored to be on the team this year. I have been on this Common Threaded Stitcher team in previous rounds, and I am back this year. One big change is that Kia B, who is the leader of the team, it was her brainchild that brought Common Threaded Stitcher to fruition a couple years ago, many years ago now. She has kind of had us pivot a little bit, and this round of Common Threaded Stitcher is meant to be more of like an at-home retreat. There are so many people who love retreats, who haven't maybe gotten to go to a retreat, and who are just looking for that camaraderie. So for this round of Common Threaded Stitcher, we are doing more of a retreat event style approach. So I am doing things like picking out a new start for Common Threaded Stitcher, things you would do at a retreat if you were there with friends. Now I do have some things planned, which I am not going to tell you about yet, but I will be stitching alone that day. So this is meant to include those who stitch alone, those who stitch with friends, everybody. We all have that common thread that connects us. So I we'll be back with more information on what my little Common Threaded Stitcher weekend event is going to look like. But one thing I know for sure is that there will be a new start, and it's going to be from that collection of books that I showed you in my last video. I think I even showed you what I wanted to start. This book is so good too, friends. But that deer, remember that deer I showed you? I think that, oh, but then look at that. Oh my gosh. Okay. We need to do a flip through of these books together because they're really, really fun. There is a deer piece in here that I am dying to stitch. So I think what I need to do is prior to or during, I'll have to see where that ends up landing. But for Common Thread Stitcher, I am going to head to my LNS and get all of the supplies for a new start during the event. And I think, subject to change, this is going to be what I kit up. I think he's so handsome and I just love it. So it's going to be from one of these books, I can tell you that. But I will make the list and head to my local and pick up all of the supplies and then get my needle going on it during the Common Threaded Stitcher weekend. One question I remember getting all of the time, so I will go ahead and address it right now. You do not need to sign up for, join, become a member, anything like that to participate in Common Threaded Stitcher. It is an Instagram-based event, and that is where you will find the team members going live and chatting. We'll use a hashtag, but there is absolutely no requirements, nothing necessary to do to join except to connect and make friends in the community. Be joyful and happy and encouraging, and all are welcome. So more on that later. I will be back next week, and that will be the week just prior to Common Threaded Stitcher. So I will have all of my details worked out by then, but really looking forward to it. And I believe with that, it's everything that I wanted to cover in this short video for you today. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. I will be back next week. Maybe I will see you in the membership for that free week trial. Again, great time to do it. Everything is linked below. Until next time, friends, have a great weekend.